In order for Parliament to approve those budget schedules, the rate needs to change first. The fact that they did the second reading the budget, that's the same as having one tire on your car. It doesn't do Iraq any good. It's basically a pointless, useless step. For the budget to work for Iraq, all of the budget amendments need to be approved. If you're doubting your investment, hang in there, because what they're saying is truly something I've never seen in my 15 years of being here, and the evidence is not from me and it's not from anybody else on the internet, it's directly from an economist and the central bank. I think it's huge, guys. It's exciting times, the stage is set. The monetary reform policy has been going through some steps. It has been evolving the policy and they've been using many mechanisms to assure this. Now they're sitting in a position, Sudani, the CBI and the US Treasury have been very close. The 8th floor of the CBI building, that whole floor, belongs to the US Treasury. You think they're going to be there because they're going to keep the exchange rate at 1,310. He added that these correspondent banks can carry out the process of changing the Iraqi dinar to any global currency immediately, and for more than 1 million banks around the world. What did it just tell us? 1 million banks around the world. What does this mean to us as investors? We know that, conditions to get back to FOREX, that this insurance part is a pillar of the financial reform. Therefore, it is a reform that needed to take place and is now taking place. Also, I want to add that the statement of changing the Iraqi dinar to any global currency immediately is an amazing statement. Could this news get any better at this time? Can this be what is holding up the revaluation and the reinstatement? Economist, the central bank's policy is moving towards globalizing Iraqi banks. Quote, Safwan Qusay confirmed that the central bank's policy is moving towards globalizing Iraqi banks, while stressing that it will contribute to raising the status of these banks globally. Also, the process of ending dealings with the electronic platform will contribute to accepting local banks that have the ability to provide guarantees and international compliance conditions with international correspondent banks. Yes, providing guarantees and international compliance is all insurance related. Investors in Iraq need to know that their funds in Iraqi banks will be protected. My Wells Fargo finally confirmed the RV marks. They all know it's coming. They know we are having a complete change in the system and we are going asset-backed. They know gold is an important piece. I'm not sure if they will use the same terminology you and I use, or will they call it something different. They told the Iraqi citizens, we are in the process of adding a mechanism to add purchasing power to your currency. Sudani constantly kept talking about it in November and December last year. I promise I'm going to do it. I promise you'll have more purchasing power than the dollar. ... He actually kept his promise because there is no dollars in the country of Iraq. The only currency in Iraq right now is the Iraqi dinar. It has more value than the American dollar that has zero value inside of Iraq. Therefore the Iraqi dinar now seeks a door. The cash cow is seriously coming to an end. We already saw that the black market / parallel market / dollar auctions their bye-bye. It's true. It's in writing. Those that are out there suggesting that it wasn't going to happen, it already did. The House of Representatives votes to amend the passport law and extend the work of the Election Commission. If you read deeper in the article, it states the second reading of the budget law was successful. We did indeed have the second reading today. At the present time, January 2025, the Central Bank of Iraq has severe limitations on trading the IQD on the markets. We are not sure if the limitations are because of US sanctions, the Islamic faith, or both. One of the fundamental tenets of Islamic finance is the prohibition of ghurur, or excessive uncertainty, and maysire, or gambling, both of which are deemed detrimental to individual and societal well-being. The foreign exchange market presents a challenging ethical dilemma for Muslims. While forex trading is a legitimate global financial practice, its nature and mechanisms often raise questions. gambling or maisaya, is unequivocally prohibited in Islam. However, some scholars suggest forex trading can be permissible if conducted in a manner that avoids speculation, interest and excessive risk. Enhance integration into the national and global banking markets. That's why this is waiting for the rate to change. You have to have an internationally convertible recognized currency first, then they can get into the global banking market. The British government revealed on Tuesday the most prominent agreements that will be concluded with Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani, including the announcement of an export package of up to £12.3 billion to enhance opportunities for British companies and drive economic growth forward as part of the change plan, in addition to working more closely to achieve economic growth for both countries, and supporting a strict campaign against illegal immigration. The British government said in a statement translated by Shafaq news agency, the Iraqi Prime Minister and his British counterpart will announce an export package worth up to £12.3 billion, equivalent to 10 times the volume of trade between the United Kingdom and Iraq last year. This package is based on a series of export agreements that will enhance the growing trade relationship between the United Kingdom and Iraq, represent significant opportunities for British companies and contribute to the government's mission to achieve economic growth. As a proud and open trading nation, our trade strategy will build on deals like this to strengthen our economy, said UK Business and Trade Secretary Jonathan Reynolds. This announcement reflects our developing bilateral relationship and represents a step forward in our growing trading partnership. He added that this agreement, a major export package worth £12 billion, helped by UK Export Finance, will give British and Iraqi businesses more certainty and help deliver real growth and shared benefits for both our economies. Home Secretary Eva Cooper said, "When I signed the historic agreement with Iraq in November, it was a clear signal of our commitment to dismantling criminal smuggling gangs together. Our world-first security agreement with Iraq is already showing its impact," she explained. By strengthening border security with our Border Security Command, enhancing intelligence sharing, and providing additional funding to support Iraqi law enforcement capabilities, we are targeting human trafficking rings where it hurts. Today is the next step in ensuring this important partnership with Iraq goes from strength to strength. As a result, we are making it harder for criminals to exploit vulnerable people, and ultimately bringing them to justice, she continued. Last week, the UK also launched the world's first independent sanctions regime targeting people smugglers. The regime is expected to come into force within the year and will work to curb illicit finance rings that make huge profits from exploiting vulnerable people by facilitating irregular migration, she added.